Hey everyone, SmallGamesPromoter here. We are playing game Dev Tycoon. I've never played this game. I think it came out on 2013 or something. To be honest, I haven't heard of it until recently when I picked up. I was watching a video on YouTube, and I thought this would be an interesting, cool thing to start. So, game Dev Tycoon is this being a simulation. You have been transported back in time to start your own video on game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Before you can start your own adventure, you have to give your upcoming company a name. Anyhow, so two things. This is an indie game. Obviously, it's not coming out or soon to come out or anything like that. It came out a long time ago. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm playing it, but also the actual reason why I'm playing is because obviously I'm a student in game development, and so this interests me personally, so I think it would be a lot of fun to try it out. So let's have a look. Company name. We'll call it Baba Gaming. Baba. Nah. What should we call it? Wow. Dragon Gaming. I love dragons, so there you go. And we'll be Louise. We'll be Louise. I think that's good. That's good. If you ever want to review the tutorial message when then you can do so in the help menu. To access the help menu. Congratulations, you started your own game development company. At the moment, the office is in the garage and you are the only employee, but don't worry, many successful businesses have started this way. Let's start developing your first game. Close this message and then click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. Support the young startup, buy the game. Before the moment can begin, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. Actually, you can give a name at the end after you've completed it, because most times you don't know what you're going to call it. You can also select which graphic technology your game should use. Your options are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you'll be able to unlock new options. Game on. Big topic. Ninja, life, music, fashion. Samurai Wars. Or something like that. Action, RPG, simulation, adventure, strategy. Let's do an RPG. G64 PC cost. Okay, tech base 5K 2D graphics V1. Alright. Game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you have to decide what areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus for your game greatly increases the points you generate. Think about what areas are important for your game and decrease the focus on areas you think are less important. If you want to read a brief description of different areas, please refer to the help menu. Engine, gameplay, story, quest. I think the story is quite important, but You also want it to have a decent gameplay. Of course, you don't want the engine to be super bad, but I think that's kind of a decent. We want the gameplay and the story to be super good, but the engine, as long as it works. Game development is now started. While developing your game will generate game points, which you can see bubbling up. Game points are divided into design points and technology points. The more points you generate, the better the game will be. From time to time, there will also be a bug point generated. These points have become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs should be fixed before the game is released to increase development. Okay. Development stage 2. Again, we want to make sure we have that. Sounds good to me. During development, you can also select additional features for your game, right? Now you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Selecting additional features makes your game generally better, but also increases its cost. You will see graphic types you selected when you define the game. This just reminds you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphic mid-game. Make sense? Okay. Just be consistent, We only have 2 bugs so far? That is impressive. Develop your first game is now complete. You can press finish button to publish a game, but you should only do so once you finish the mid. Release a game without fixing bugs can severely affect your ratings. You should only ever consider that if you need the cash and you can't afford to wait. Finish. The development of the game is now finished. While developing games, you gain experience and improve your skills. When development is completed, you will be presented with a summary of the experience gained. Nice. Your game is now complete. Will be handed off to publishing. We should see reviews and sales coming to the game soon. The first review of our newly released game, Summer Wars, came in. Waste of money, Star Games. Falls a bit short. Pretty bad. Meh. Well, I got 5 out of 10. After publishing a game, you can invest a little bit of time to analyze your creation and generate a game report. Game reports are great ways to gain research as well as valuable insight into what works and what doesn't work when developing a game. To generate a game report, close this message and then click anywhere on the screen to pick up the action. Dragon Gaming newcomer in the game industry has just released the first game, Summer. As the game says, moderate response from reviewers. We are curious what Dragon Gaming will consider to deliver in the future. Generate game report. Select. Summer has sold 2,000 units in the first week on the market. Now that your game is on sale, you will receive income from game every week. You can see how well your game is doing by looking at the sales graph at the top right of the screen. Game reports are a great way to gain more research points and new insight. It pays off to generate report